Harry Cicma here now with NYC Sports. Harry.
That's right. The college football pandemonium invaded the Bronx today for the 4th annual Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. Rutgers was appearing in their 8th bowl game in 9 years as they faced Notre Dame. And first quarter all tied at 3 when T.J. Jones takes it in from 8 yards out, giving the Irish a 7-point lead. But the Scarlet Knights answered right back with Chase Dodd finding Brandon Coleman with a pretty pass in the corner of the end zone, evening the tally at 10. Rutgers trailed by 3 late in the 4th quarter, and Notre Dame would eventually take control. Terrion Folston punching this one in from 3 yards out, and that moves the lead back up to 10. Irish quarterback Tommy Rees passed for 319 yards on the day. Notre Dame wins the Pinstripe Bowl 29-60 in the final. It's Rutgers' final game as a member of what was the Big East Conference. Next year, they are headed to the mighty Big Ten. And there continues to be a lot of speculation about Rex Ryan's future in New York, but will tomorrow be his last game with the Jets? We have an update on his job status coming up next. And it was a matchup between 2 undefeated teams on the hardwood. For the first time in more than 30 years, Syracuse and Villanova met as members of different conferences. Those highlights and much more coming up when News 4 New York at 6 continues.
Switch to Verizon Fios for America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet.
What a great matchup today in upstate New York. 2 of the premier college basketball teams in the country battling this afternoon at the Carrier Dome. Number 2 Syracuse hosting number 8 Villanova, and the longtime rivals, both undefeated, playing for the first time since the Orange left the Big East. Villanova on fire. Josh Hart slamming it home. Wildcats up by 18, but the Orange come right back. Trevor Cooney dialing from downtown. That cuts the lead to 5. The Dome was rocking. Then freshman Tyler Ennis driving in for the bucket, part of a 20-0 run. Syracuse finally having the lead, and Ennis scored 20 points for the Orange. C.J. Fair had 17. Syracuse takes it 78-62, so they remain undefeated on the year. St. John's was looking for their 3rd straight victory today as they face Columbia in a matinee at the Barclays Center. The Red Storm led by 14 with 14 minutes to go, but that's when the Lions made a 17-2 run. Alex Rosenberg with the basket and the foul. Columbia had a 1-point lead with 7:30 to play, but St. John's would recover. They scored 9 straight points, 4 coming from Jakar Sampson. And here it's D'Angelo Harrison with a strong move on the baseline. He had 15 points. He was a shining star for the Johnnies as they hang on to win 65-59 the final. The Nets and Knicks are both in action tonight. Brooklyn traveling to Indianapolis to take on the mighty Pacers. And the Knicks will have a rematch with the Raptors after losing to them last night at the Garden. The 2 teams will be in Toronto this evening. And for the 3rd straight game, New York will be playing without their leading scorer and bright star Carmelo Anthony. Coach Mike Woodson said Carmelo will be staying in New York tonight to continue rehabbing his sore ankle. And it's the final week of the NFL regular season. The Jets and the Giants are both out of the playoffs. The G-Men will host the Redskins tomorrow, and the Jets are on the road in Miami. As for Rex Ryan, his job status remains in question as Gang Green takes on the Dolphins. Despite speculation that Ryan will be fired after this year, there are new reports today that his job status with the Jets may actually be improving. Ryan is wrapping up his 5th season with the Jets, and they can finish with an 8-8 record if they beat Miami. And don't forget, it's a big night tomorrow in Dallas as the Cowboys host the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. The winner gets the NFC East title and a spot in the postseason, and the loser will go home empty-handed. Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo out after having season-ending back surgery yesterday, so Kyle Orton gets the nod. He will start for the boys. Coverage beginning tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Football Night in America right here on NBC4 New York. And I know everyone's really excited about that game. A little disappointing that Tony Romo is out, but it's still going to be very competitive.
Tough game for the Cowboys without Romo. Okay.
Big game coming up here on NBC4.
All right, Harry, thanks. We'll be right back.